So I bought a few new fragrances and decided it was time to make another video. But what I have here in front of me are 3 fragrances. First here is going to be Liquid Brun. This is my most recent pickup here, which right now it seems to be pretty popular. Next is going to be Khamrah from Lattafa. We'll get into how they smell here in a few minutes. And third is 9 p.m. from Afnan. Now, when I first started buying cologne, I did not think about like dupes. When I thought about dupes or like, fragrances that smell like more specific fragrances, I was thinking of like Dollar General, walking in there and, finding things that like, smell like cool water. Which there's nothing wrong with that. But when I first started getting into fragrances, I was spending way more money than I thought I needed to. Especially as of recently, like you can buy these super, super nice smelling fragrances for a fraction of what you'd find them at like Macy's and Dillard's and just like the large retail stores. For example, Liquid Brun here is going to be a dupe of a fragrance from Parfums de Marly that costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's off of TikTok for like 30 bucks, I think it was. Same with Khamrah, right? They say that this is a dupe of Angel Share. I think the only dupe aspect of it is going to be the bottle. This bottle is absolutely inspired by that. Scent, not so much, but the bottle for sure. Then lastly was going to be Afnan 9 p.m. Now this is one that you can buy the original that it's duping or like similar to for roughly the same price. The difference with this for me is the longevity, the performance of the fragrance. So you're not necessarily saving tons and tons of money on, getting the fragrance and having something that smells like that. You're getting the longevity of the fragrance. So back to the first fragrance here, which is going to be Liquid Brun. This is going to be one of the most hyped up fragrances right now that I've seen all over my For You page, all over, people making videos on this right here, because it is a fantastic fall and winter fragrance. With Liquid Brun here, you're going to get sweet, warm, spicy, vanilla, cinnamon, musky, aromatic, citrus, amber, powdery, and white floral. And yes, I am reading from Fragrantica. Just a heads up. Now, this is something I did not know. There are, I guess, a total of 5 in this collection from Fragrance World. You have Azure Oud, Luscious, Mergery, and Sweet Paradise. What this is a dupe of is going to be Altair from Parfums de Marly. Now, I don't think I've ever actually smelled that fragrance, so I can't speak on how similar it is to the fragrance here. It's even like marginally close. This is a great deal if you're looking for a sweet vanilla kind of spicy fragrance. Now, for me, this is outside of my normal fragrance that I typically wear. I'm a bigger fan of fresh fragrances as I live by the coast, but I do enjoy these every now and then. Now, when I have one Liquid Brun, I get anywhere from 6 to 8 hours out of it. But at 8 hours, it's going to be a skin scent. So for the first 4 hours, yeah, for sure, it's going to be there. I don't spray too heavy. That's going to be about 2 to 3 sprays. This is my first fragrance from Fragrance World, and I am impressed. Now, with Lattafa, I have yet to hear anything bad about the quality of the fragrance. This one can be hit or miss. For a lot of people, it's a bit too sweet. Even for me, it's a bit too sweet. Comparison's sake, I would say this is more of like a candied sweet. This is more of like a. This is more like a masculine sweet, I guess you can say. But one thing is for certain is that these kind of fragrances are taking over, especially in the collector side of things. Now, Afnan, obviously, it's still going to be a great fragrance brand, from my understanding. But as you can see here, I've had this one the longest, I believe. Maybe it's just a scent. Maybe I'm not a big Jean Paul Gaultier dupe kind of fragrance person. Like, for example, when it comes to dupes, Lattafa has their own dupe that will be similar to this. The Lattafa version of Liquid Brun is going to be Art of Nature 2. It's not, the bottle, I don't know how to put the bottle. It's different. I feel like they all add emphasis onto having the unique bottles, whether it be the art design, the shape of the bottle, something. Afnan is, I guess, not really doing that much. But again, it's all about the quality that's used inside the bottle. It doesn't necessarily, like, this could be the coolest bottle ever, right? But if you don't enjoy how it smells, then, I mean, what's the point of having it? Now, I understand that sharing these 3 with you at one time can be a bit much, right? Especially if you're only used to wearing things like Aqua de Jo or one fragrance, right? One fragrance from designer house. And hearing people talk about cologne like this can be a bit confusing, because you want to buy something that will make you more confident, make you smell better, make you some sort of like confident or something. At the end of the day, no matter how good you smell with liquid Brun or with 9 p.m. or any fragrance, if you aren't already building a foundation of like self-confidence, these aren't gonna these might temporarily help, right? They might temporarily give you a mood boost. But imagine how much better you'd feel if you were like working on yourself, building yourself. I don't know. Khamrah here is going to be a sweet, warm, spicy, vanilla, amber, cinnamon, woody, fresh, spicy, and fruity fragrance. Notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, bergamot, dates, praline, tuberose, vanilla, tonka bean, amberwood, and algalawood. What I get out of this is going to be the cinnamon and the vanilla. I guess praline too, because it's like sugary sweet. Yeah, it's like cinnamon, sugar, and vanilla. Super powdery, so it's not super like feminine, but this is one that is not an everyday wear for sure. Brun is one that I would recommend that you could wear every day. Same with 9 p.m. But getting back to liquid Brun, we have the notes here. Liquid Brun, you have cinnamon, orange blossom, cardamom, bergamot, vanilla, praline, ambroxan, musk, and gaiac wood. So on paper, these two are said to be kind of similar. I do think that liquid Brun is better. Now with the 9 p.m., like I said, you're going to get the Jean Paul Gaultier DNA dupe out of this. This also was released in like 2020, so this is not a new fragrance. Now with this, you're gonna have apple, cinnamon, wild lavender, bergamot, orange blossom, lily valley, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and patchouli. Now, they all three do have vanilla in them. This right here for me has the least amount of vanilla. Now, if I could rank these three, if you've made this far in the video, you're probably gonna know what I'm gonna rank them at. Number 3 is going to be Khamrah, right? It's cool, looks cool, and for a lot of people, it's gonna smell really good. But for me, it's okay. It's not one that I'm gonna wear every day, but I will reach for it for sure. They just released a version of this that has more coffee into it, so I'm thinking it might lean, I don't know, not as bitter. Number 2 would be the 9 p.m. This is just good because it's good. If you like Ultra Mill by Jean Paul Gaultier, you're gonna like this. If you know that fragrance and you smell this, you're gonna know that it's a dupe of that. If that makes sense. Same with this here. This being number 1. This is gonna be the best out of these 3. I did not include any of the Club Dini Wheat fragrances. There's so many. That would require its own video. Now I do plan on making an entire video on a brand that's not here, the Armaf brand, which I'll share with you guys what fragrances are those that I have and how I rate them. Now I do look forward to making more videos and sharing with you the fragrances that I do and don't like. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to just show you all these fragrances, have them all behind me. You want to go out and buy all of them. There's so much money to waste in buying fragrances. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit like for me. But I will see you all soon.